They took, it's April 30th. I saw my doctor. Up next is the procedure. I don't know, I had to really fight MedCav. I was late. But they took 17 vials of blood at once for 20 lab tests testing for um, autoimmune stuff and, you know, other stuff. Um, got a bit woozy. I've never had that much blood drawn from me at once. Everybody was cracking jokes. Well, I was about blood transfusions, but and vampire jokes and stuff. But yeah. So I am excited. I hope it gives us some answers as to why I'm always sick. We're cracking down on that again while we have the opportunity where I'm not the most stable physically, but I'm stable enough physically to start looking into the autoimmune stuff again. And I got a different. The way MedCab works here is hard to explain, but I got a different company once I get back to the motel, taking me to the other state for the procedure, and I hope I don't have to fight that, because by the time I get back to the motel, they're going to be coming to pick me up, because it took a minute to draw all that blood, and it took first they had to do all the paperwork for all the orders. That's what took the longest, and then 17 vials testing for all sorts of things. I'm hoping for answers, and I hope I can get this procedure over with, and everything goes as planned today. After this procedure, though, I'm done for the day, and I'm gonna lay down for sure. But yeah, it's gonna take a while for some of the results to come in, but so we'll see. I'm kind of out of it because I'm tired and I lost a lot of blood. But it's okay. Just waiting for the next thing, the procedure, hopefully. Okay, so there I go with the okay so stuff again. It is now 9 o'clock at night, Wednesday, May 1st, 2024. So, to kind of summarize, they took 17 vials of blood out of this arm. I got really boss veins. Everybody, all the vampires in the hospital, or the lobotomist, Dr. Word's comment on my veins. But anyway, yeah, 17 vials of blood were drawn at once for 20 total tests, and we're really cracking down on this. And I was woozy for a minute from the blood loss, but I found out my blood type, which I didn't know for my whole life, which was interesting. But also, yeah, we're trying to figure out why I'm sick all the time. And I got the test results are flowing in, but I am not a doctor. I see a lot of abnormal stuff. I don't know what it means, and trying to Google it, just no Google, no more Google. My doctor's gonna talk to me more about it when everything comes in, and I told him we're retesting for things like Lyme disease, lupus that we tested before and canceled out. and we're retesting for stuff, but we're also testing for new stuff because I explained how my mom had Addison's disease, my grandma had lupus, autoimmune runs in the family. The majority of people of both sides of the family never die of natural causes. We all die of some kind of illness or cancer. Lots of cancer history, kidney issues, thyroid issues, heart issues, and I kind of gave all the family history I could remember. And so, we're testing for a lot of things. And also, I have to he's wanting to do, because I've been on a heart monitor twice in my life. Once when I was a kid for an abnormal heartbeat, but they never figured out why it was like that. And then another one in, I think, 2018. I was going to college working on cars. I had just got my undercar specialist certificate, and I was gearing up for the next semester when one night I had shoulder pain and went to the ER, and then I blacked out. And then I remember I came to and I saw them wheeling in that machine where they shock you. And I remember thinking, who's that for? And then I blacked out again. And when I came to, the doctor's sitting there and he's like, do you realize your heart dropped so low we were getting ready to shock you? Because apparently they shock you when you're in the 20s, where they gear up to. And I was like, no. And I already know my heart rate is lower. Like, all my life I have low heart rate, low blood pressure, low body temperature. And so did my mom. And but I wore a heart monitor for a month, and that's why I'm in student loan debt, because I had to miss a semester for the heart monitor. And even though I tried to fight it for medical reasons, they didn't care. So it's gonna be a minute before I go back to college to learn how to work on cars. But anyway, and they never figured out why my heart did that, and so my doctor's cracking down on that too. I gotta do this thing in a hospital, and I've had EKGs before and stuff. But this is different. This is more in depth, or something, doctor words. But yeah, and then I got to get a CT scan of my head and jaw and neck. The jaw thing finally went down. And my doctor tweaked my medicine a little bit. I feel like it's been helpful. My shit keeps crashing. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I think the med adjustment helped, and being off, I'm on one antibiotic now compared to 3 at once still, and it's a low dose. I'm still infected though. One of the many results showed that. But I'm feeling less sick, like normal sick. And so yeah, when you're chronically ill, normal sick is the best you get. And I'm hoping they figure out exactly what's wrong. I have a lot of symptoms of autoimmune, and it runs in the family. But yeah, we retested for things before and did more tests. And I gotta also get this heart test, and then and a CT scan, MRI on my brain and spine. But this is just some of the lists of the 17 vials of blood for 20 tests I was told. Oh, and there's there's a page 2. It's crazy. Oh yeah, page 2. But I'm glad we're really cracking down, and I don't wanna It's not that like I want an autoimmune disorder, or I want answers. Damn it, I want answers. Of dealing with this for so long, I want answers, and I got a good doctor. And we're finally in a position where my health is stable enough to get back to work on that. And as for the procedure, they're like, you obviously have issues with your bladder, and they put another catheter in, but it's a different one, and I like it better, because I don't have to carry around like a 2-liter bag of piss. I mean, I could switch one to wear a 2-liter at night, but when I'm walking around during the day, it's like a semi-permanent stray cast, but it's long, so I could just like pull it out, through my zipper and take the cap off and go. And I have to empty like every 2 to 3 hours, and it's a lot better. It's a lot more comfortable. It's easier, to deal with. And I don't have, when I travel a lot, if I have to go, like, I could just go behind a dumpster or in the corner of a building, like a lot of people do around here, out here. And it not, look weird. But, the retention thing's bad. I gotta go back in a month and talk about what's next, and I just hope they take my bladder out. I'm ready to pee out of my stomach. But also, a lot of results came back, and I don't understand a lot of the doctor language. There's a lot of things that say abnormal. I figured out my blood type. That's probably the only thing I really understood was my blood type, which I never knew before until now. And another thing, my tattoo that I thought I scarified when I fell is actually healing. It's dried out right now. I need to put coconut oil on it, because I ran out of tattoo goo. But like, it looks worse on camera than it is. I don't think it's gonna be as scarified as I thought, because when I fell, I just like scrape the whole scab off, and when it heals up, I might touch it up some more. My kids' tattoos turned out good. They turned out good. I'm glad at least hers did. And and then I saw Dr. Thomas today, and I'm good on my testosterone levels, so that's good. I'm pretty exhausted. Like yesterday after the procedure, as soon as I got here, I passed out and slept for like 15 hours. Yesterday was a long day, and I think the loss of blood played a role in it. But the procedure was long, and I fell asleep on the way back in the car. But because I had to go out of state, and thank God Medcab fell through. But yeah, I just crashed. I was still in my clothes. I just laid on my bed, and boom, I was out. I was that exhausted, and I gotta get up early tomorrow to see the normal eye doctor. I still gotta see the ophthalmologist because the Medcab screwed that up. I had to reschedule that, but I don't care. They didn't want me to see a normal eye doctor until they x-rayed behind this eye, from the skull fracture. But fuck it. You know what? I at least want a lens for this eye. And that's what I'm going to tell them. They're aware that this is knocked out of alignment and stuff, but I'm going to go there and just be like, give me a lens for one eye. And then when I see my ophthalmologist a week later, if they want a special, different kind of glasses, so be it. But I at least want to see out of one eye. Everyone wants to text. Like, the new way of communicating a lot is email and text and messages and stuff, and it's a real strain on my brain. Yeah, I have to read a lot, and I have to close one eye to read. I eventually get a migraine, and autocorrect screws up my stuff. And then I'll try text to speech, and it don't quite understand me, and then I just I'm terrible at texting, but I figure if I could at least see through this eye, since I have to close this one anyway, and it closes by itself when it wants to, I can see better. So there's an update, and then everything is, it's a lot, and I'm gonna try. After this week, I'm spacing out my schedule. Try to space out appointments, and yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things expected of me right now to do. And then I also have a lot of expectations for myself, like I said in a previous video. And it's just not working. I mean, I have no choice but to do what people expect of me. But also, there's some things I do have control over. I could, because I have 2 to 3 appointments every day between doctors and caseworkers and stuff on top of, what other people want me to do. And I could at least, change some to phone. I could do phone for some of them, or just make it for one appointment a day if I can help it, and slow down. So it doesn't. I think a lot of I was already real sick before, and it didn't help. It was clashing the physical stress I would put on my body, going to all these appointments, desperately trying to get healthy, but it wasn't working, because it's just my body cannot, no matter how much my brain wants me to get everything done. I plan things out meticulously. I am not I don't like spontaneous, because I just want to get everything done. I mean, my side quests are kind of spontaneous, but I'm in control of, well, I'm not really in control of that. My brain just does that. But a sudden change in schedule will just really stress me out. And I just gotta calm down and make my schedule calm down as much as I can. I guess I just get so desperate to get healthy, and I'm so desperate to get a place at this point. I've been fighting for a year to find a place, and I miss my kid. I want to get a place, get healthy, get my kid back, and I'm gonna get there one day at a time. And hopefully, all when all the results come back, we'll have an answer, or at least close. I feel like it's a jigsaw puzzle. I have a really good. He's so good. He's a good doctor, and I feel like he's gonna pretty much work on this jigsaw puzzle. I see him again in 6 weeks, unless some of the results he needs to talk to me about. And so yeah, and I figure if we get an answer, we could treat it better than just antibiotics all the time, because I want to get immune to those, and then what? And so yeah, and then I got physical speech and occupational therapy on Friday, and then I gotta go right after that, a 2-hour bus ride to get my voucher for another 2 weeks here, and a 2-hour bus ride back. And I gotta do the goal sheet. I gotta, in order to be in the program, I gotta do the goals on the goal sheets, which I try really hard to do. But at least a lot of that's paperwork. A lot of paperwork. And some calling around, but I'm trying really hard. I've been trying really hard. If I could not be homeless and sick right now, I would not be. I would have moved straight from the last place I lost to the slumlords, right into the next house. But I'm disabled, and I'm forced to get low income stuff, and I can't just get undisabled, especially now. I've gotten worse through homelessness, has escalated my issues, so I can't just get undisabled and go open a car shop and make money and get a job. There's too much, and I'm most likely gonna have upcoming surgery. I hope soon. This damn bladder thing. I got procedures, and but one day at a time. One day at a time, and so yeah, there's an update with everything so far. I got some food today, which is good. I got food. And I'm getting ready for bed. If you can't tell, I'm tired as hell. But, yeah, I'm gearing up for bed here soon. And then I gotta get up at 6 in the morning. And then get ready. And then over the weekend, I'm gonna really think about my schedule and how to space it out and stuff.